So one of y'all sent me this clip, and it is absolutely mind-boggling. But shout out to all of y'all that send me clips on a daily basis. I greatly appreciate you. But in today's video, we have an individual, at least from her handle on TikTok. Her name is Maddie Block. And apparently her dad is a Republican politician. And yeah, what she says is just I just can't believe it. I literally, I genuinely, it blew my mind. So let's hop right on into it. Your jaw's about to drop. Check it out.
Republican state senator in New Mexico, and
Oh,
my dad is a Republican state senator in New Mexico, and like many Republican men, I have found that my dad seems to struggle to talk about women in a normal way. For example, my dad retweeted a video of a woman in California just yelling like F Trump, which, pop off queen, I agree.
So yeah, posting her dad, who is a state senator, as she said, in New Mexico. This is obviously his account, State Senator J.C. Block. So obviously, him and his daughter have the same name, Block, Maddie Block, J Block. All right.
But that seemed to really trigger my dad, and I think the fact that it was a woman who, hates Trump and like doesn't worship Trump the way that my dad does, like really pissed him off. And he retweeted then with this comment, what a hateful little woman. And I think what's particularly interesting to me about this is the inclusion of the word little. Because I think calling her a little woman made my dad feel like a big man. And I think that is key in the next few things that I'll be talking about. And then, while this isn't a particularly negative post about
it gets crazier.
The U.S. women's hockey team, just the way that he says this is just so bizarre. Like, our women athletes are the best by far, most beautiful too. Like, first of all, I don't know.
Now, explain to me what's wrong with that statement. Explain to me. Can anybody tell me what is wrong with that statement that her dad made? USA exclamation mark. Our women athletes are the best by far. Most beautiful too. What's wrong with that statement? Can anybody tell me? I don't see anything wrong. But take it from his daughter, there's a lot wrong. Check it out.
Just saying like women athlete rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like, you could just say like the women's hockey team is the best or something. Like, just saying like women athletes, it's kind of like saying like, oh, you're a woman doctor, or you're a woman CEO. Like,
they are athletes. They are athletes, and they're a part of a team. That's the way we typically talk about teams, is we say women's team and we say men's team, right? That's the way that we do it. But with, for example, CEOs, we don't say, hey, women CEO. We just say CEO. Although there have been a lot of women CEOs that have like dropped the ball for a lot of companies, i.e. Cracker Barrel, right? I.e. General Motors. Okay. And actually, I think I posted what the General Motors GM recently said. Goodness gracious. I had to check the temperature in the room on that one, and y'all agree with me. So, yeah. But typically with those types of jobs outside of sports, we don't label them, hey, women or men. We just label it what the job is. But in sports, you label it men or women because there's a big difference.
Like women are not normally that thing, so now you have to specify by saying like woman athlete or woman doctor. You know what I mean? It's a bit weird. It reads a bit weird, and I feel like there is an underlying tone of misogyny to that phrasing. And then just the fact that he throws in most beautiful too, because, to Republican men, women are supposed to be, like three things: beautiful, quiet, and subservient. So, it's not enough that, you just leave it at like, hey, these are like some talented athletes, like go, women's hockey team. No, and they also have to be beautiful. And it's also like, I want to note that I looked up like the
What about that says they have to be beautiful? He was commenting on their looks. So, are we just supposed to just go around saying women are ugly? Yeah, you're ugly. You know, like, bro, it's women like this that ruin it for all women. And quick story, I came across this clip the other day of a young lady in the gym squatting, and she ended up like squatting down once and not being able to come back up. Like she was stuck at the bottom of her squat, and she's looking around the gym like trying to get somebody's attention, and nobody came to save her. And that's women's like this young lady's fault. Because there's men in the gym. And that's not the first time. And let me know if y'all have come across these types of videos too, where there's a chick in the gym who gets stuck. There's men there, but every guy in the gym is acting like they don't see what's going on. Whereas before, not very long ago, men would be happy to ensure that that woman was safe, to ensure that woman got that bar off of her back or got the barbell off of her chest. Would have been happy to help out. But it's women like this who turn things into stuff that it's not, right? That ruin it for all of women. And that young lady ended up getting some help, but it was from another chick. After like 30 seconds of trying to get somebody's attention. So she's just sitting there in the bottom of a squat holding the bar like just stuck. Hey, please help. Everybody's just ignoring her. Going about their business. Guys acting like they don't see anything. It's women like this' fault.
Roster of the U.S. women's hockey team, and about half of them are younger than my dad's youngest daughter, my younger sister, who's 24. So, like, that's just a little odd that a man in his late 50s is like, yeah, look at these, like, hot women in their, like, early 20s. Like, that's just creepy.
24, he called them beautiful. Did he try to get their phone numbers? Did he DM them? Did he like personally contact them? He's just giving them a compliment. So now giving somebody a compliment is a problem. It's crazy, man.
Creepy and gross. And then the last example, there's so many that I could choose, but here's like the last example. My dad really has it out for AOC. He really dislikes her, and I think it is because she is, you know, a well-spoken, intelligent woman who has very different political views than my dad.
Well-spoken and intelligent woman? You mean the woman that was mumbling, bumbling, and stumbling over a simple question? Oh, I gotta bring that one up. I gotta pull that one up. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, we gotta bring that one up. AOC, where was that at? It was in Munich, right? I believe it was in Munich. We got to bring that up because she said AOC was well spoken. Okay. Right. Was it this video?
Wealth tax or billionaire's tax.
Expeditiously.
Nah, that's not it. Where was that clip? I gotta find that AOC clip where she's just like,
You know, I think that
would and should the U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
you know, I think that this is such a, I think that this is this is of course a very long-standing.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. We don't need to deep dive in that. But remember, this young lady said that AOC. Oh, whoa! Don't want that video to play. That's for another video. This young lady said AOC is well spoken. Okay.
And he retweets this well-spoken, intelligent woman who has very different political views than my dad. And he retweets this post where some, I don't know, political pundit or something is claiming that AOC thinks that Venezuela is below the equator, which I'm assuming is not true. I assume AOC is
You assume the video is right there? I assume that it's not true. Literally, she's looking at the video clip where she says it. I assume it's not true. Just play the video. Which I'm sure she did play the video, but she's in denial. AOC did say that it's below the equator, but okay.
Aware of like where Venezuela is, but I digress. like, my dad really seems to enjoy calling women, like AOC, dumb, and acting like he is somehow superior to them. And it's almost as if, like, as a white man, he just believes that, like, oh, like, I'm naturally superior to, women or women of color or whatever. It just, like, that's the tone to me that this tweet is giving. And maybe that wasn't his intention, but that is absolutely how it's coming off. And it would be one thing if it was just, like, one or two things here or there, but, like, this is just consistently how he seems to talk about women. And I remember even, just growing up, being raised by him, just some of the comments that he would make about women, like, looking back, I'm like, maybe that wasn't the most appropriate. And again, I think that, and my dad is not unique in this regard. I think there are a lot of Republican men who talk about women this way, who think about women this way. And why does this matter? This matters because these are people who are legislating women's bodies. These are people who believe that we deserve less freedom because we are women. And these are people who believe that we're not equal human beings. So, while yes, sometimes it's funny to just be like, haha, like, look at these, like, dumb Republican men who are just absolute idiots and they don't know how to treat women with respect. Like, yeah, but also, like, this does have real world consequence.
Okay, that's enough. They're legislating our bodies, but her and all the rest of the liberals and Democrats in this country were trying to legislate everyone's body. They sit and scream, my body, my choice when it comes to abortion, but when we didn't want the splooge put in our arms, they called us anti-vaxxers and we need to be shunned from society. And clapped when some of us lost our jobs because we didn't want to get the splooge put in our arms. We were threatening society because we wanted to be anti-vaxxers, but it's convenient how they switch to my body, my choice when it fits their narrative. Kind of interesting how that works. Okay. But also, on a bigger point, to have your daughter, bro, talk about you like that is just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. You would think that she would know better because she was raised with him. Like, he put food on her table, kept a roof over her head, kept her warm, right? Kept the heat, kept the lights on, made sure she was safe. And now she talks about her dad like he's some type of degenerate. And it's like, bro, this is the same man that nurtured you, that took care of you, that changed your diapers, fed you, gave you bottles, right? Raised you, took you to your first dance, bought you your first car, et cetera, et cetera. And now you look at him like he's a piece of crap because of politics. Crazy, man. It's a crazy world we live in. The Democrat Party has a lot of people under a demonic spell. Demonic spell. She literally was just making up shit out of her ass. Just making up stuff. Making it up. You're not allowed to call a woman beautiful. Not allowed to give them a compliment. I thought that was a good thing, right? He wasn't DMing them, pursuing them, chasing them down, stalking them. He said they're beautiful. That was it. Left it at that. That's all of a sudden a problem now. He called out AOC for having the lights on, but nobody's home because she thought Venezuela was below the equator, which is a fact. She said that. She called AOC articulate or smart, whatever, well-spoken, I believe it was her actual term, when clearly she isn't. And I showed a video to prove it. She was just literally making stuff up. It's like she's not even living in the real world. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.